Go get out the car. Get out the car.
Love you.
Get out the car! Get out the fucking car then!
Hands behind your back! You'll go again! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back!
Okay! Get out the car.
Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. Today, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. Today, stay strong, try to fight. MFTV, 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 shining truth to light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Why are you laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
Can you fix my problem?
No, get out the car.
Oh my God.
Get out the car.
Joe. Get out the car. Okay. Get out the car.
Get out the fucking car then.
Behind your back. You don't go again. Put your hands behind your back. Put your
Okay.
hands behind your back.
Oh my God.
Put your hands. Taser. Get out the car.
Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. Today, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. Today, stay strong, try to fight. MFTV, 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 shining truth to light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Why are you laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
Can you fix my problem?
No, get out the car.
Oh my God.
Get out the car.
Joe.
Taser, Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. Tune in, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. Tune in, stay strong, try to fight. MFTV, 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 shining truth to light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Why are you laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
Can you fix my problem? No, get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Joe!
Taser, taser, taser. Get out the car.
Okay.
Get out the car.
Get out the fucking car then!
Behind your back. You don't go again. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
Put
behind your back.
I'm not
Put your hands
Okay,
behind your
enough.
back.
Oh my god!
Put your hands. Taser, taser, taser. Get out the car.
Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. Tune in, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. Tune in, stay strong, try to fight. MFTV, 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 shining truth to light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Why are you laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
Can you fix my problem? No, get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Joe!
Taser, taser, taser. Get off the car.
Get out the fucking car then.
Behind your back. You don't go again. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
Put
behind your back.
I'm not
Put your hands
Okay.
behind your back.
Oh my god.
Put your hands.
Now we're Freedom TV, where truth is clear and free. Ill fear, we call it out with facts and transparency. Tune in, stay strong, the fight for what's right. Tune in, stand up.
Taser, taser, taser. Get off the car. Give me a front hallway.
Oh yeah! Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. Tune in, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. Tune in, stay strong, join the fight. MFTV, 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 shining truth to light. MFTV, MFTV.
Why are you laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
Shining truth to light. MFTV, 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 shining truth to light. MFTV, MFTV.
Can you fix my problem? No, get out the car. Get out the car. Oh my god. Get out the car. Joe.
Shining truth to light. MFTV, 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 shining truth to light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Taser, taser, taser.
MFTV. Oh yeah!
Get off the car.
Okay.
Get off the car.
Get out the fucking car then.
Behind your back. You don't go again. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
Put
behind your back.
I'm not
Put your hands
Okay.
behind your back.
Oh my god.
Put your hands.
Now we're Freedom TV, where truth is clear and free. Ill fear, we call it out with facts and transparency. Tune in, stay strong, the fight for what's right. Tune in, stand up.
Taser, taser, taser. Get off the car. Give me a front hallway.
Oh yeah! Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. Tune in, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. Tune in, stay strong, join the fight. MFTV, 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 shining truth to light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Why are you laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
MFTV, shining truth to light.
No, get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
Shining truth light. MTV, MTV, MTV. Shining truth light. MTV, MTV.
Taser, taser, taser. Get out the car.
Okay.
Get out the car.
Get out the fucking car then.
Behind your back. You'll go again. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
I'm
behind your back.
I'm not
Put your
coming.
hands
Okay.
behind your back.
Oh my god.
Put your hands.
Louis Freedom TV, where truth is clear and free. No fear, we call it out with facts and transparency. To live, stay strong, the fight for what's right. To live, stay
Taser, taser, taser. Get out the car. Get $10.
Oh yeah! Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. To live, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. To live, stay strong, join the fight. MFTV, 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 shining truth the light. MFTV, MFTV.
Why are you laughing? It's crazy.
She hurt herself.
No, get out the car. Get out the car.
herself.
No, get out the car. Get out the car.
Get out the car.
Get out the fucking car.
On your back. On your back.
Okay.
She hurt herself.
No, get out the car. Get out the car. No, get out the car. Get out the car. Show.
Get out the car.
Get out the fucking car then.
Put your back. Put your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Back.
Oh my god.
Put your hands.
She hurt herself.
No, get out the car. Get out the car. Show.
the car.
Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. Tune in, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. Tune in, stay strong, join the fight. MFTV, 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 shine the truth to light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Why are you laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
Can you fix my problem?
No, get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
Shine the truth light. MFTV, 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 shine the truth light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Taser, taser, taser. Get out the car. Get out the car.
Get out the fucking car then.
Behind your back. You'll go okay. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
Why
behind
are
your
you
back.
laughing about that?
Okay.
Back.
Oh my god.
Put your hands. Taser, taser, taser. Get out the car.
Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. Tune in, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. Tune in, stay strong, join the fight. MFTV, 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 shine the truth to light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Why are you laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
Can you fix my problem?
No, get out the car.
Oh my god.
Get out the car.
Shine the truth light. MFTV, 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 shine the truth light. MFTV, MFTV, MFTV.
Taser, taser, taser.
laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
Can you fix my problem?
No, get out the car.
Oh my God.
Get out the car.
Joe.
Shine truth light. MTV, MTV, MTV. Shine truth light. MTV, MTV.
Taser, taser, taser. Get out the car.
Okay, okay.
Get out the car.
Get out the fucking car then.
Behind your back. You'll go again. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
I'm
behind your back.
laughing from the
Put your
heart.
hands
Okay.
behind your back.
Oh my God.
Put your hands. Taser, taser, taser. Get out the car.
Now here we call it out with facts and transparency. Tune in, stay strong, let's fight for what's right. Tune in, stay strong, try to fight. MTV, 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 shining truth to light. MTV, MTV.
Why are you laughing and smiling?
She hurt herself.
Shining truth to light. MTV, shining truth to light. MTV.
Can you fix my problem?
No, get out the car.
Oh my God.
Get out the car.
Joe.
Hey guys, Andrew Aker here, founder of Maui Freedom TV. I'm waiting for Kale Akana to jump in here so that we can get a little download, an update, so to speak, on the saga that is unfolding now here in Hawaii. It has been unfolding probably since before the unlawful usurpation of the throne here in Hawaii. But long story short, Kale was tased 4 times by Honolulu PD on May 5th of 2025. They unlawfully entered her vehicle and proceeded to lay the beat down on her. They beat her with nightsticks, with their fists, when she was not being threatening. I've seen all of the video angles, and we've published some of the angles. And she had a cigarette in one hand, a phone in the other hand. And then the cops decided that they had the right to go into her car and to drag her out And when she did not comply, then they tased her. Luckily, the Mercedes-Benz that she was in was not grounded. Had they tased her that many times, it could have probably killed her. And some people that have seen all of the evidence are saying that they think that it was attempted murder. Some people, as in Carl Dix from Clean House Hawaii, has said that openly for the public record. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm not really used to talking to the ether here, to the no one there yet. So you bear with me, guys. If I say or I skip a word here or there, or I fumble a little bit, that's just how it goes when you are acquiring new skills. I am doing this so that others can know that if an idiot like me can get up there and get it done and actually poke back at the matrix that is trying to hold us down so hard, that maybe you can do. You can too. And not only that, you can probably do it better than I'm doing it right now. If anybody is out there listening right now, that's the message that I really want you to hear. If you are here in Hawaii, oh, oops, I didn't even press start for the X live stream, but we are here on the X space, so I guess that's good enough. Let's double check all systems a go, make sure that everything is going. I feel like I'm learning how to pilot a spaceship or something. Maybe it's not all that complicated, but it feels complicated to me. Okay, I guess, yeah, I'm not live streaming yet on Instagram. There we go. Oopsie daisy. Hey, guys, I think we're live now on Instagram for the folks. I don't see anybody in yet, but that's all right. We just hit play. I should actually start live streaming these much earlier than the start time, I guess. That's what these other people do so that people can get into the stream. But yeah, I'm not afraid of making mistakes. I'm here learning this thing in public. I don't care. It's fine. And actually, it's kind of scary and dangerous here in Hawaii, being someone who is willing to call out corruption and speak truth to power. It is really, really a different place than what I thought it would be. I thought probably what most people think. Hawaii is the land of rainbows and beautiful white sand beaches and all kinds of natural wonders and beauty, and it's all just rainbows and butterflies all day, every day. I think that's a very tourist mindset now that I've been here a while. And I guess, yeah, the first time that I came to learn about this history, to me, it was a hidden history, having grown up in Oregon in the 80s and 90s, going to school there. Nobody told us the true history of how Hawaii became part of the United States, somehow, some way. And it turns out that the United States didn't do it in such a honest, lawful, pono, correct way, and it was very shattering for me, being a proud American. I could not imagine that our government would do something like that, or that, you know, I really identified with the government, I guess. I thought that was like, you know, American history is my history, but now I've come to learn that not every part of the history has to be owned by me. I wasn't there. I didn't do that. And now I'm fighting against that. So here we go. I hope Kalei's all right. We were on the phone earlier, and she said she might have to jump off early today rather than jump on late. She's got more stuff going on with the courts because, yeah, the arrest warrant that they made after the fact, after they kidnapped her, they meaning Honolulu Police Department, Officer Gaber, who else? I got the whole list and all their pictures here. For the people on the podcast, maybe I should show you all of that. Here, let me switch over to this thingy here. I'll figure it out in a second, hopefully. I mean, we'll see if I can figure anything out here, guys. All right, there we go. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so we got that. Let me do this. I guess you guys don't really need to see my ugly face. But yeah, for the folks that can see what's going on here on my computer, I'm just going to take you through a little thing here. You should be able to see the double black eyes on Mrs. Akana, sorry. Kalea Akana. She ran for governor in 2022 in Hawaii, nonpartisan. She does not recognize the authority of the fictitious, corrupt state of Hawaii as an entity. What's started with a lie ends in a lie. So this is Kale's poster. Kalea Akana, Kanaka Maoli survivor. Kanaka Maoli is the Hawaiian language for Hawaiian person. Hawaiian is actually a made-up word, and Kanaka means real person. It's a beautiful language when you take the time to listen and try to learn some. So she had this poster up and more like it all around Oahu. Here's Joe Akana. He ran for Congress twice here in Hawaii. I think he was robbed in the vote. That's her husband. And he's the owner, or his company is the owner of the Mercedes-Benz that Kale happened to be in at the time when they pulled her out of it and beat her up. Because she said she didn't have a social security number, an American social security number, because she has repatriated herself back to the Hawaiian kingdom. That means she has repudiated, she has rejected her American birth certificate, aka the human trafficking certificate, because it is true, in fact, there is a bond opened on each one of us on those birth certificates and our social security cards. You can look at it in the back of your social security card. Wait, maybe I can show you guys here. Here, let's go look. Is it showing? All right, it looks like it's showing. Social security card. Here we go. So that's what the front looks like. But let's go look on the back. And we'll pull up an image here. Oh, why doesn't this one want to show you too much on the back, huh? But anyway, you can go look at your own social security card on the back and see the little numbers there. And then, you know, if you use AI, you could just ask the AI, what do those correlate to and where can you go check them? I don't remember the government website that I checked before, but I did check and there is a bond amount. And it's on your social security card, on your birth certificate, and there's a bond in every one of our heads. And citizen means chattel, which means property, according to Black's Law Dictionary. So we're building this little tool for helping Kile to do a little bit more investigation on various elements within Honolulu Police Department, because there are good people in there that, and I don't know about this guy, Joe Logan, right here. I don't know which way he swings, good, bad, or ugly. But I do know that there are good people in there. It's a mathematical fact. So we are calling out to the good people that are in government, good people that are in the police departments at state and county level. This is your call to action. Reach out to Joe Akana and ask him, what's going on? Reach out to Kale Akana and listen to her story. Reach out to Carl Dix from Clean House Hawaii. He has proven, in fact, that the courts of Hawaii have no jurisdiction and are not legitimate. We have proven, like Ralph Cushnie's case and Joe Akana, or Kale Akana's case, has proven that the court records are being manipulated and edited. So nothing can be trusted from them, which means they are a complete fraud. And if they're a complete fraud, and guys like this, Officer Pa'alui, can just beat your wife, and you can't do anything about it, and he has legal immunity, then where do you live? Do you live in a free country, or do you live in a communist country where you have to fear the police? The government that fears the people is where we want to be at, boys and girls. A government that is feared by the people is not acceptable. And I am willing to fight till my very last breath. Look at this. Oh, wow. See the little triple triangle there just below the camera? Huh. They must like triangles in their logos there. There's Officer Gaber. I want her to take a drug test, dude. I want all of them to take a drug test and see, and like, I don't know, do a brain scan or something. See what's wrong with these people. Why do they think that their behavior in any way was acceptable? Officer Brown. Who's this guy? This guy's higher ranking or something. That one's harder to read. It's a bit blurry. But he's got 4 stars on his chest there. And all these guys are looking doofus, guilty, mean. Like, where's the serve and protect with aloha? Right? Oh, here's all the videos. But I cannot show all of them on the podcast. But we could show this one, perhaps. Yeah, that's the full video right there. Wait a second. We got an echo on my system here. Let me do something. Sound check. Sound check.
You're back. Let her go. Let her go.
Okay, we still got that echo. What's going on? Maybe I do that. Try that. Oh God, this is hard for me to watch again. Whew. Yeah, it's really hard to listen to your friend being tortured by demons. Yeah, Kale was just telling them, like, exercising her First Amendment protected right, whether she's Hawaiian or she's American or whatever she is, she has the right to speak her mind. And they beat her down, tased her, beat her up, after she told them, you guys work for a bunch of satanic pedophiles. Satanic pedophiles. So maybe I can give you guys a little bit of an update from the phone call that I just had with her earlier. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should try to call her on Telegram. Yeah, let's try that. I like to hear it from the horse's mouth, you know. I'm not really good at giving people updates on other people's stuff. I'm barely good enough to do it on my own stuff. Here, let's try this. That gives me an idea, though. If I can do that with Kale, then I guess I could try to call anybody. Let's try this. I'm going to try to call a good friend over here. I'm not going to tell you guys who unless he answers. And I guess if I can do a call out on Telegram. Oh, somebody's trying to call in on me now, though. What was that? Oh, there she is. She's trying to call back.
Andrew.
Hey, I just realized I can call out during the podcast, but I'm having a little bit of a. Can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. I can hear you now.
All right, I'm getting a double echo for some reason. How about now?
Nope.
All right, I turned one down and that seemed to work. All right, so yeah, I was just laying down the timeline a little bit with the usurpation of the Hawaiian Kingdom. Fast forward a little bit, I'm just trying to get better and better at telling this story. And that was a little practice session for me to just riff to the blank canvas. So, but then, yeah, I'm having fun. So, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just doing the timeline in which the deputy prosecuting attorney, uh, you know, just wastes all of our time and lies to the judge and never gives full discovery. And so we got to get this turned in tonight. So that way, there's just more on the record.
Right.
And, now that we got information, since she gave us dispatch logs that she said was never an exculpatory evidence before, and she had never actually requested it because, they don't want to give you your full discovery. They want to give you what they chose to use against you, and that's basically it, and conspire with the HPD to keep that information away from you under Rule 92, color of law. So, yeah, I mean, we keep learning more through all of this, right? Like, you don't really learn nothing if you don't actually apply it.
Right.
And what it seems like in Hawaii, when they always say under penalty of law here in Hawaii, in the state, is lie at will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, lie at will. That's the
Lie
name
at
of the
will.
game for the judiciary, the police. Yeah, it's the whole bar, right? Like, I mean, you said, or Carl had said that he's got all the documents showing that they're running a monopoly with the bar, and like they are the only ones who can use law or practice as they call it. Like,
Yeah, and it's,
why can we not use law ourselves?
well, that's the thing about it. It makes us feel like we can't read our own Constitution from the United States.
Mm,
We don't, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, it's over here. We're in the middle of the Pacific. Nobody can see us. And so whatever we do in our courthouses is whatever we say it is, which is what the police, on their body cam footage that was provided, there's huge pieces left out because it incriminates them, right? So like when Officer Gaber told me, we don't give a fuck, this is our policy. We can do whatever we want. Obviously that's a threat, if they believe
right.
that they can do whatever they
Well, and I
want.
went and read their policy, and I didn't see that in there.
Oh no, but they also didn't include that. And so there's all of these different breaks inside the body cam footage. And you got to think to yourself, if you were going through this,
Mm,
and you were entitled to full discovery of exculpatory evidence, and they only give you what they decided that they were going to pull so that they could use it against you,
mm,
especially for me, like I have video evidence on my side, right? But most people aren't recording the police in an engagement. Most people aren't recording all of their, anytime that they have an engagement over the phone, or, like I've recorded all of my calls, right? If I called, and that's the only way that you can make sure that you have a timeline and a timestamp that validates it in real life, where they're all so used to people being so, I mean, and it is all very, very confusing when they're throwing all kinds of different things at you, and they expect you to, which you're, well, I'm not a bar practice registered attorney.
Right.
So, most people aren't. And so, like, when we go into court, we think, oh, yeah, we're going to have justice under the law. But when the law is corrupt,
Yeah, and they all
you're
smile
not
at
going to have
you like they're
justice.
really nice and kind, and then they play all these little games like right in front of your face, and they think you're too stupid to pick up on it. That's what I've been seeing myself when I go in and watch court proceedings and then
Right.
investigate the judges and find out from other people. Yeah, they're all smiley and nice, and like the politicians too. It's like I didn't know that people could be that good at lying and like pretending to be a nice person and actually be that evil.
Joe has his mouth dropped over here. Is there okay? Are you okay, babe? What happened? All right, sorry. One of someone that we know, their husband died, and so Joe just saw it.
Oh
So it's
no. Yeah,
so well, and
sorry
that's
to
the
hear
other
that,
thing is
Joe.
right. It's easy for them to be composed as tyrants and fascists inside of the de facto court,
Right?
right? When they have the sheriffs who they're not real sheriffs in Hawaii, right?
Yeah, not
Standing there with
constitutional
weapons.
sheriffs. They're like, are they also appointed or how does that work?
Yeah, they're not really deputized by real
Hmm.
deputies, right? So that's how it works. They're all under the corporation still. So I mean, and again, if you went and go ask all of these quote unquote law enforcement officers, they don't know the law. They can't tell you the five tenets of the First Amendment. They can't tell you,
Well, and they don't know
off
the
the
difference between policy and law, right? Police is policy. Sheriffs are supposed to be law enforcement. Our mutual friend you introduced me to taught me the difference there. And yeah, I mean they're basically just security guards for a company. Maui PD, Honolulu PD, they are security guards for a company called the State of Hawaii. It's not an LLC. What kind of incorporated? Yeah, Inc. Right? They
right,
have
all
to
it is on ink.
incorporate.
Well,
Like
and that's the
body.
interesting
Corporate means
things is like
body. Huh? Go ahead.
that's the interesting thing is like when you go to Ikokua and you look under what the judge is, it says corporation. So like if the judge is a corporation, then why is he sitting on a bench with a black robe
Hmm.
talking to you, right? And so like we were
The
never
Wizard
grown
of
up
Oz.
to
He's the dude
question
behind the
anything. We
curtain. That
were,
robe is the
and that's what it
curtain.
is here. It's just like, all these years just allowing the normalcy of fascism here because that's exactly
Hmm.
what it is, right? Because they're defying the American United States, I mean, the United States Constitution,
Yep.
and then they got these policies and statutes that they make, and like I said, color of law is like literally the antithesis of a constitution off of
Hmm.
law of the land.
And they
And
tried to
so it's
convince us that mandates were laws. It's like, hear ye, the king has mandated that you all are peasants and you must follow our new rules. And like, yeah, they
well, and
had the
then you
cops come if you didn't follow their stupid mandates.
right, and then the cops come and they violate your rights, and then they open up more cash flow, right? Because then they arrest
Mm.
you and they make you go through years and years to try to defend yourself, and then again it comes back to what we're going through right now. And I know many people in the court system. I've sat in a lot of court hearings, to support other people. I've, gone through my own with and without a bar registered attorney because at
Mm.
first you don't know. And so you're like, I never got in trouble in, pretty much in my life. I don't have a record of going and attacking people. I have medals of valor. I am like a science fair
Mm.
sweeper, a
And it's
math,
scary
you
and like
know?
unfamiliar alien territory when you walk into a courtroom. Even for my mask violation, my brain was saying this is like a parking ticket, but my heart was beating so fast. But now I remember actually there was a $5,000 fine and a year in jail for a violation. That was what they were threatening us with. Like looking back now, it's like I can't believe I was ever like even nervous, but it's like I realize we're programmed by the school. They ring that bell and that's when you go to class. They ring that bell, that's when you can leave. And ding ding ding, like we've been programmed all of us since a very young age with that crap.
Right. Well, and then, we go, we don't get in trouble. Let's say you are a good citizen or a good, national or whatever you are, right? And and then all of a sudden they choose to just, like they did with me, they just came and attacked me because they know for whatever reason I'm a threat because of the words that I say and what I speak out loud to other people. And like, again,
Mm.
Akua gave me freedom of speech. You know what I mean? Not
That's
some
God,
pedophile
folks. God.
corporation, right?
Akua. Yeah, carry on.
Right.
Sorry, I
Not
was
some
translating.
pedophile cabal, occultist corporation practicing maritime law on the land, right?
Mm.
Like, and so like when we none of us, we're all learning this stuff like, in my 40s,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But they didn't teach us that K-12, and why not? And so when you gotta, the psychology of the trauma that they inflict on us, we got to go through metal detectors, and even then, they shouldn't be patting us down and making us relinquish,
Yeah,
anything to
bodily
them.
autonomy. We will
Right.
sexually assault you if you do not want to stand in this microwave machine at the airport. Lidos technology is millimeter wave, microwave technology. People just go there, put their hands up, spread their legs. Might as well spread your cheeks, bro. Grab your ankles. Right? Yeah, walk right in, dummy. Dude, did nobody ever learn any history at all, dude? Don't get on the train. Do not get on the train.
Well, and that's the hardest thing when they have a bond over you, right? And they can issue a warrant for your arrest just because they find you in contempt of their policies. And,
Yeah.
and like, I mean, technically, we shouldn't even have to go in there. But because they control the racket and they control the police officers, they control,
Mm.
right? And they control all the people who's working for the state of Hawaii, right? Because they control all the nonprofits. They get money, right? They control,
All with money.
all the
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 love
business
of money
licenses.
is indeed the tool of evil. And it's because people are so brainwashed to want money, money, money. They don't know the difference between money and wealth.
Well,
Hmm.
and that's the other thing is that they're so used to just being a prostitute to the
Mm.
system already, right? Like
Yep.
their whole idea is, oh my God, I got to work to pay the bills or else my family doesn't have a house. And then, the bank's going to take it because I have a mortgage too. But, but in actuality, especially when we're here in a scalable area, when
Hmm.
you really think of the population that's here and they all start to discover there shouldn't be any reason why there wouldn't be a revolution. You know what I mean? But because people are so fearful and they're so scared and that they've been, forced to under duress to follow instructions and mandates and policies that actually got them here. Because a lot of people are immigrants here that are not here lawfully or legally. They
Right.
think they are, right? Because when you talk about
Yeah.
the usurpation of the
Yeah,
kingdom,
I thought I
and
was. I was like, yeah, I came here as part of America. Oops. Nope. It turns out I'm an insurgent? What? What? This is
well,
America! What?
technically you are, but then we look at the
Yeah.
rules of law and the FM 27-10 and 5. And again, what we're doing is we're saying, hey, we're trying to educate you guys on what is belligerent, non-belligerent, what's combative,
Mm,
what's not combative. And
right.
technically speaking, all these police officers are belligerent combatants in the archipelago, right? In the
They're carrying around weapons and like beating up innocent people. It sounds pretty belligerent to me. The video that's emotionally scarring me of you getting beaten, that's clear evidence of belligerence.
well, and then everyone really believes here in the state that you need to get a driver's license to be able to operate your automobile, and you
Mm,
don't. I mean, if you go look at, we're just writing up the case law right now of the Supreme Court, and all the different case laws from every different state that
mm.
we've been able to identify and look at. And it's only if you're in the action of commerce. So if you're going to go visit, and this is outside of Hawaiian Kingdom, right? Like, this is literally
Right.
American law,
Yeah,
right?
within the American law system,
Constant,
not legal
correct.
system. Yeah.
The lawful constitution, right? Because legal is just
Because we have a
policy.
God given, constitutionally protected right to the freedom of travel unmolested
Correct.
and without having to show papers. This is the
Right, and
middle
that's under
finger.
the First Amendment, Article 10, right?
I
Section
love you
10.
so much. I need to have those memorized.
Well, and everybody should have them memorized if they say they're U.S. citizens in Hawaii,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, picking a jury pool about a whole bunch of people that believe that the state supersedes their
Rights.
the
Yeah.
reason why, you know what I mean? Because if
Our
that
rights
you're
are
just
not
this.
derived from the state. The power of the state is derived from us, right?
Well,
But
no,
from
the
our
power of the state.
consent.
No, the power of the state is derived by pedophile occultists from
It's been,
Europe.
yeah, usurped. But like, yeah, in like the American government that was formed, my understanding at least, is the power comes from the people. It's not given to us by any government. It's given to us by our creator. Whether or not you
Right,
believe in a
but who's the
creator, I still
creator?
believe
But
that.
who's the creator in those laws? Because again, they ran away from Europe. They brought their religious
Mm,
construct, right? And they ran away. They didn't stay there and defend Europe and where they were born. A lot
mm.
of these people are immigrants coming to America. They're not true Americans.
True that.
Americans were
True
the
that.
indigenous people, right? Beforehand. And it sucks that I have to say that because that is the reality of the situation. And people go, oh, but no,
We got to
because
call a
all of
spade a
this,
spade. It's true.
I mean, I mean, the more and more we go through history that was withheld from us and taught to us differently, as in these people were heroic
You
and all
heard
of these
about
things.
the
But when,
Amerigo Vespucci thing? Like the America Mountains is what America was named after, not like after some like Italian guy. Have you heard of that?
huh?
Amours.
Abors?
Amours.
Amours.
America was named after Amours.
Amours. America was named after Amours, is what Joe just said. Like, he popped out of the background.
Yeah, boop boop. Hey, Joe.
And then but that's the whole thing. That's the difference between why I talk about my DNA, because I come from that DNA in the Americas, and I come from the DNA in the Kanaka Maoli before Kamehameha and all of that, and the Ali'i
Mm,
lines and all of that, right? And so we had treaties of peace back in the day, right? And so, how did we get all of these things that started before corporations and countries, right? Because they were sovereign nations, not
mm,
nation states, right? The state
right.
comes from the Vatican. So, when people really find out they're under theological law and policy,
Mm,
right? That's the whole thing. Is they said, oh no, your constitutional rights separate the church and the state. Well, look at the APAC lobby in America now, and now the
right, right.
Christians are going to be fighting with the Zionists, and the Zionists have been claiming that they were Jews this whole time and that they were the true Israelites, when literally in their Bible they kind of erased it and go over the originals of the first 13 tribes. And so, like, again,
Yeah, and isn't Jew like from Judea? Like that's one of the tribes?
right, but the thing is, that's why the Jews were Semitic. They were not
Mm.
right? And
Semitic,
then
as
that's
in
when
like
they
the
come in
old
and they say, well, you're
dictionary
anti-Semitic.
definition
I'm
or the
like, no,
new one that
motherfucker,
they
I'm
changed last
brown,
year?
which is what Semitic means,
Yeah, they changed all the
right? It doesn't
dictionaries
mean
recently.
that I'm against the religion,
Wait, let's
right?
back
But
it up
that's,
though. Let's so Semitic by the definition that you read, what does it mean?
uh, well, I mean, we can go
Cuz
look it
what I
up.
read before like from a paper dictionary like I don't know 10 years ago or something, Semitic was like person with dark skin is what
Correct.
it said.
A person of
Yeah,
color,
person of
which is
color.
why, right? But
But
which is
now it
why they
says
use.
it's like Jewish Acadians from Israelites from Acadia or something. They changed it.
Well, I mean, look at Benjamin Netanyahu. That's not his real name. There, he's Polish. He came from Poland, right? And
Mm.
then he goes in and he says, "Oh, the Gazans aren't the true whatever."
So like the
And again,
Khazarian thing, like I don't think that's a conspiracy theory. I think it's a coincidence theory.
the more and more I hear people say conspiracy theory, I know how uneducated they are,
Right?
because that's all they can relapse to
Well,
because
and
they
it was
haven't
the
done their
CIA that
research.
made up that term in the first place to discredit people, wasn't it?
Right? The CIA is what Mossad for Israel, really, right?
Mm.
You see, that's
Rewind.
what
Let
people
that
don't
sink
understand.
in, boys and
They
girls.
still haven't put all of the pieces together because, again, just the MLK files, the JFK files. Like, imagine having, all this information withheld from you, and then having your propaganda news, right, tell you what it is, and then all your propaganda history
So what's up with
convince
this
us.
Erica Kirk stuff? Like that video was gnarly talking about all that. And I guess it's making its rounds, but I mean, watching her video like she does not look like she is grief stricken. to
No,
me.
she was ready. She was ready to take over TPSA, what is it?
Yeah,
Turning
turning
Point
point like
USA.
the very next day or something. Like,
Well, and then
here we
her,
go.
and then her history is her mom and dad, or her dad, her mom had contracts with the military to, and they were trafficking children, and they were bringing children in to have sex with Americans. So like soldiers while they were in Romania.
So how do we like vet and verify that info? Like that's crazy. Cuz I don't know. I can't say it's true or it's not true, but like I can read her body language and I do not see grief. That's the thing I
No,
really know for sure. She doesn't look like I would look if I got wrecked like that. If my wife, whatever, husband, whatever it is, family member, like geez, dude, how
and
could
when
you
I
go
was
on like
making,
that, right? Like so
well,
quickly and just bounce back and be ready to go. Like it doesn't. Is she on meth? What? I don't get it. But yeah,
and
so
that's
then
the
when I
other
hear
thing
this
is
other
like they
stuff, it
had
makes
to,
sense. But yeah, go
a lot
ahead.
of a lot of stuff continues to get wiped off the internet because some of these people, these Illuminati Kabbalists control Google. They control, you know what I mean? They
Mm,
control different things. And I remember when they used to tell us, don't put everything on the internet because once it's on there, it can never be removed. Well, you
no
look at the
joke,
last 5 years of what we've been going through and how many things were removed. And, you know,
right? Oh,
there you
oh,
are.
all right,
Right.
we're back.
So now we know they can actually remove the data that's been put out on the internet. They can censor stuff. They can do all of these different things that they
Oh
said
yeah,
you
they
couldn't
keep
do.
it. We just yeah don't get to see all of it. Yeah, the
Right. So
Google
like,
servers keep it secretly. I'm sure Amazon Web Services.
well, and that's why a lot of people, like, I'm seeing more videos of like what, I found and I shared to you about her ministry or her charity or whatever,
Yeah, that's pretty weird. A 17-year
and
old or whatever.
she was only 16 when because again, they use their own kids. Zionists will use their own kids. There was a video that I shared last night to a couple of people. I'm going to send it to you. It was super sick. Joe and I was like, Joe, listen to this. And it was basically a synagogue in New York. And the lady who was wearing a rabbi hat on her head was telling us how, human sacrifice has to be done and Americans need to be sacrificed for their Zionist. I mean, she was really open about it.
They're into
Very,
Baal
very open.
worship and they're not real Jews, right? They're like this cult that infiltrates every single religion. I mean, the
Right.
ones that are doing the evil, and there are real Jews out there. I've met wonderful Jewish people, Israeli friends, everything. But like, yeah, like these groups have infiltrated everything, like the Knights of Malta, Kamehameha schools, like every government organization you can think of, every social club. Like it is real.
1000% real. And then there's just a lot of people who won't. This is how mentally ill and dystopian they are.
And this is
Is
for
they have a
educational and entertainment purposes. Any whatever you guys know the thing. Don't try to
the
drag
thing.
us off to the loony
This
bin.
is for
We're
education and
yeah,
entertainment
we're just
purposes only.
joshing around here. Josh Green was not selected. He was totally elected like fairly and freely. Yeah, right. But yeah,
Well,
sorry,
and
carry
that's
on.
it's like we're just gonna start spouting off instead. Like if someone told you that your government is full of pedophiles and that's like the first person I would be like, oh no, that's not true. Without even going and looking and look at the Epstein case and look at all of this, right? Like, and then you look at the gay manifesto that was entered into Congress. That's a declaration state of war against the rest of us. And people don't understand why there's a whole bunch of gay men who are pissed. Well, when you got the misogynistic men telling you this, and then they're raping you and your kids, and telling the women that your child's a bastard, but we don't want to support you, and you're a gold digger when they usurped all of the wealth. Like, you don't think
Mm,
that the bishop estate usurped all the wealth from Queen Emma? That's what they did. The women were the ones that controlled the wealth, but you have to get married into them, right? And
right.
then you set up a trust, and then you usurp it, and then now you're in control, and you say, "Oh, we're gonna get all the Hawaiian Native kids to come to school here." When I got recruited into Kamehameha, I didn't know it was a Freemason school when I was younger. All of the adults in my younger years thought, "Oh, this is the best school for education for Hawaiians."
Yeah, I
right?
mean, you don't look that deeply because you can never imagine people could be that evil. It's
Especially
like
as
a
a
horror
child,
movie, right? Like a scary
right?
movie,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
right. So in aspects of all of that, so when the whole idea now is to look at it from a different standpoint. If most of all your legalese is made by pedophiles, why would you want to have that as your law? Like, again, in my nation, what I'm talking about, right? It will be pedophile free. And if you don't want to be here, you got to fucking go. You know what I mean? Because these pedophiles will continue to rape, sodomize, sell your children for organs, talk about being a good Christian and a good Catholic and a good
Mm.
Mormon and a good Protestant and a good whatever. But behind the scenes, they're literally sacrificing children on the holidays that you celebrate while you're thinking it's all good. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like we
Right
some
under
of
your
us
nose.
know,
And there's no
right? Some of
denying
us
it
know.
anymore.
Well, and no, now they're so open about it, right? Because the majority of the world has allowed this normalcy to happen. And they are not free to the
Mm.
cabal, from the cabal. They need their fiat system to work. They need their monetary system. They're not creative. They've never co-created anything with the KUA. They're just kind of like stealing from other people's information. And then they're just trying to get funding and grant money and all of this stuff. And so, but you're doing the same thing. You're not doing anything different. And then you're trying to tell me, oh, we gotta follow. You gotta follow us because I'm older than you and I got more wisdom than you. And I'm like over here, but what is your results? The science of your results indicates that you don't, and you're not qualified because you're old to tell us what to do. And I'm an
Yeah, show me
adult,
the
so
fruit of
like,
your labor, and I will learn how to grow that fruit. If you're good at growing kalo, then I will listen to you about growing kalo. If you're good at
right, but
building
then you
cities,
want
then
to
I
have
will
something that's
listen
reciprocal,
about
right?
that.
You want to
Yeah.
have relationships that are reciprocal, not like, and then you got all these people like their relationship that's reciprocal is I go to work a job for a corporation that is headed, the chattel is the people inside of the citizenship base, and we all go do the same thing and we support the cabal.
Yeah, ultimately, at the end of the day, if you are paying taxes to this fraudulent system, then you are therefore supporting the fraudulent system.
Sorry, there was a weak signal there, right? So they went and they sold their life into slavery, pretending to have freedom when really they don't even understand that they're enslaved. And then when somebody comes and addresses it, they have all this defense mechanism. I mean, I was the same way because I didn't know.
Right.
But that's why I
Yeah,
kept
I
an
thought my
open
brother was
mind.
crazy when he first started talking about the birth certificate being a fraud and like the whole system. I'm like, no, dude, you're crazy. Our whole family thought he was crazy.
Right, because it's so natural to think, oh yeah, this is what I need to do. I need to have
Everybody
these
does it.
papers to be here.
We've always done
Right?
it. No, we haven't. We did not
Right?
always label
We did
every
not.
single human being and give them a freaking number like, a tattoo on their arm with a barcode. We didn't have that. No. Hmm.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is like they keep on saying like the digital currency is the mark of the beast. They don't understand that fiat currency was the mark of the beast.
Hmm.
Right? They don't get it because they just live through the propaganda and they believe what the propaganda says, and then now they can't even make a conscious decision, which is again not aloha, it's haole, right? Unconsciously
Well, the
conscious,
mark
not
of the
white
beast thing
person,
is
not
talking
black.
about something that's in your hand or your forehead, and if you don't have it like installed on you, then you can't like buy or sell,
Well,
right?
it's the same thing with it's to me, they've already gotten you there because they took your DNA, right? They
Hmm.
already administered biological warfare in 2020, right? And so a lot of these people, but again, they're working for USD, right? The fiat cash.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's they converged it together, right?
Yeah. Yeah. A little merger.
Jackson wants you to call him Joe is in. Well, I'll do that after I'm talking to Andrew.
I
I'm
realize
talking to
since we can
Andrew.
stream our Telegram calls, we could actually like do a group chat that way. We could reach out and call people, or we could
Yeah.
receive calls.
Yep. I
That'd
mean,
be an
that's what
interesting
people
format.
again. we have so much in technology in tools for communication which we did not have in the past. Who is this calling me? Oh, can you can you call the other person, babe? He's trying to call me. Okay, hold on. Can you hear me, Andrew?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. Okay, I'm reading comments on Instagram. I always forget to check. So like I
But
forget that we're
to
live
me, it
streaming
should
it.
be for our generation, for Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z. You know, we're not in the industrial age. It's not that we don't want to work hard. We want to work smart and have more time freedom and family freedom because that's what the previous generations gave up, right? The baby boomers gave up, right? Like it's not, and they don't know any better. They didn't know any better at the time, but at the same time, ignorance is not bliss because now look at us that we have to. So my question to everybody is if you found out that your laws and rules and policies were made by pedophiles who claimed that they were the government,
Mm.
my question is why couldn't you just denounce them and formulate another government?
Yeah, I mean that's what happened before. You can dissolve political bonds. You write a declaration. This is our Declaration of Independence. That is a
Right.
lawful document. You guys have shown, obviously, that you've messed everything up. Here's a list of all of our grievances. And we tried to talk to you about it. You didn't want to hear it. So now you're fired.
Right, but then the other thing is when you're on the land, you don't. I mean, again, like the bishop estate to me, like they're on the land, and
Right?
that trust is controlled by a foreign entity.
Mm.
But right, and they're managing it, and then they use Hawaiian natives to go and manage it because it appears
Right?
like they're getting some help, but when in actuality, all of that shit should be transferred over to somebody who is, or even if it's because they're not living here and they're not a part of here. Like once you get them out of here, then nobody even gives a fuck about the trust, right? No, because you have the land. Now you can create your own currency. You can create your own this. You can make you're not fighting with foreign policy makers that shouldn't have been here anyway. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, I mean, there's just so many systems in place over Hawaii that keep this place from really standing up. You know, the Jones Act has crippled the economy and made it really impossible for just typical people to even afford to live here. The Jones Act is only part of it, right? It's these overlaying systems that or overlapping systems in play and policies in place, and also the
Right.
grifting, right?
Like
All the
like like
grifting.
right now, the policy of Act what is it? Act 236. Now it's all going around. Like we tried to talk to people about that before when de facto governor Josh Green, right? He goes into executive orders and emergency
Yeah,
because of this and because of that. And then
power
all of a
grab.
sudden, behind the scenes, he's signing off acts that literally anyone can call the cops on you and make an anonymous. And that's the other thing. It's like all this anonymous bullshit that somebody could just call and say, hey, you know what? Andrew's got goats that keep eating. He doesn't take
Right.
care of his goats and his
He's a
chickens
goat
on his yard.
abuser. Yeah,
So
they could
so
say
then
whatever.
now the cops will just roll up to your house, kidnap your chickens, kidnap your goats, pull
Right.
you out of your house, put you in jail, and make you go and again when these things start to happen a little bit more regularly, you're gonna and then they go back, and then people are gonna be like, we need help, and then we're gonna be like, well, I mean, then they censor you, right? And
Right.
then they do all of these different things, and once they take everything, and again, which is why to me, like things that are created of the mind, like that's different than things that are tangible. What's created in the mind can make things tangible, but when they can take everything just because somebody makes an anonymous phone call and says whatever they want about you, and
Well, what about
like
the story of the weed farmer on Oahu that's like growing like legalized cannabis or whatever, all licensed, everything proper through the state, blah, blah, blah. And the DEA went in and took all their stuff, like basically just pirates went and robbed them, and like took their stuff and they have nothing they can do about it.
right, I had a friend that happened to, and that person as well,
Hmm.
and that person was growing quote unquote legally. And exactly what you said happened. They just went in and I mean, there was a whole bunch of them, right? There was a whole bunch of farmers on top of it and da 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 da. But they all were negatively impacted by that during COVID, right? And so it's like, at what point is the threshold that people are going to really become conscious and really stop fucking around with the bullshit and really see who's in charge? And if you cannot look at today and you look at the governments that are all being found complicit in human trafficking and, and religious cults, like, to me, and they keep telling you it's a spiritual war, it's a spiritual war. No, it's a religious cult war. It's all it is. It's a religious cult war. The spirit Akua is inside us. We have it in our DNA. We have the ability to channel with Akua, and just, if we and to change our vibrational stance. But when the will of the majority of the people are like this, right? That you talk about people who are woke and versus awakened, right?
Right.
When you got and again, there's still two. They come from both sides of the binary trap, in a sense, right?
What do you mean?
In politics, right? Because you got the Republicans and the Democrats, but really they're from
Oh,
the same party.
yeah, a 0 or a 1 or a left or a right, red or blue. Yeah,
Right. And so, like,
gay or straight, black or
because
white. Yeah.
politics is what makes money move, because people believe that that's the only way now, instead of just, again, I could make a private agreement with you and not a contract. We can keep that agreement, never have it in writing, and know that we will have trust between each other in
Right.
a vibrational, energetic field, which is why we constantly are in contact with each other. There's a lot of people that you and I have met that we probably wouldn't want to have. If we built a community, we wouldn't want to have them in our community, because they're just not, they become a liability.
Yeah. Or a threat. Yeah.
Correct. Because they backstab you.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they think, oh, well, you let me stay here and now, we're going to squat. And, I don't need to do anything because I'm entitled to this because I come from a bloodline. It's just like, doesn't matter what bloodline you come, you still got to have a brain and to be able to operate.
True that. Yeah. Well, wow, the time flies. It's already 12:07. What do you think? Should we try to call someone and add someone to this conversation?
Who would you like to call?
Maybe Susie? I tried to call Mageso earlier. I was going to check that out, but then you called back.
Um, I think, what about, I think Carl's also working on stuff. Who would we call? Who would we call? Right, right. Yeah, we could call Susie.
Let's see. She doesn't use what do you call it? Telegram as much, she said, but let's see. I'm just playing around
Hey,
here.
where's I'm so smooth. What is his name? I'm so
Oh,
smooth.
Guy So Smooth?
Guy so smooth. Is he on top of
Yeah, I'm
the?
not seeing him on X right now, but I can also try to give him a little what do you call it? All right, I'm sending Susie the invite. I clicked on that. And let me send Guy So Smooth the X space and see if we can get him back on. Yeah, I was hoping he would kind of become a regular.
And he has been, and he's been great. And I'd love to hear his feedback. And again, we how are we all vibing together and you know challenging the status quo, right? And it's obvious that there's a lot of people all over the world who is challenging the status quo. It might not be everybody where we live. It might not be everybody in the continental,
Right.
the continental Americas, like, but there is a lot of people that have woken up. And I mean, and there's a lot of things like, right. I mean, I know it sounds weird, but I'm looking, I get on and I look at both sides and I watch both parties and I try to figure out like what are they trying to really say? What do they really stand for? You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of them are saying the same things just in a different way. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, my X is glitching out right now. Okay, there we go. I'm able to send it now. It wasn't letting me like copy paste the link to him. All right, let's see what's going on. I'll send it via direct message to a few individuals that might have some interesting insights to share here. Do you know what Pikachu is up to?
Yeah, try Pikachu. I don't know where he's at.
All right. It says it's still calling Susie, or it's trying to. How do I add another
Ooh.
one? Share screen. Add people. There we go. Let's look and see if I've got Mr. Billionaire on Telegram. No, I got Shelby from Unjected on Telegram. Do you have
I don't
Shelby
know.
on
I don't
Telegram?
know if I don't know if Shelby's on Telegram.
All right. Well, let's just see what happens. No worries. I guess we're also ready to start doing the debate type of formats as well. Now that I'm a little bit better at this podcasting thing, we could get people from all sides in to talk about stuff and things. Here, I'll just read off some names. Mike Kokoski. Mike Kokoski is the founder of the Libertarian Party of Maui. He's an interesting dude. I see Kaline Kahau. Who else? We got
Where's
Abby
Kaline at?
Rose. I don't know. You want to try?
Oh, I thought you were saying like you could see her
I'm just
inside
seeing
the.
her name. I got it on Telegram. I could call her.
Oh, she's running for office. Is that what you're saying?
No. She's on Telegram.
Oh, you could try to call her. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I thought you were okay.
Yeah, let's try it out. Let's just see who answers. I'm going to add. Who else can I add? I'm just having fun with this whole thing.
Well, what about uh let me think. Sorry, I don't. I'm trying to look at my phone. My phone's on red. A
Oh,
second.
about to die soon? The phone?
Yeah.
There's Ashley Weiss, but I would have to schedule with him before randomly calling. Let's see.
Red America first.
Yeah, Red America first. Yeah, I just don't usually call people on Telegram, so I don't know. I feel kind of weird calling most of
we
them
don't.
out of the blue.
We don't
Hey
have
guys,
to.
we're on a
Maybe
podcast.
maybe we have
Welcome.
maybe we have a better strategy. Maybe we
Yeah.
have a better strategy for next week. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
okay. Well, I
supposed to
just
be on. I'm
discovered it
supposed to be on
today,
trial
so
next week, so I that's what I'm just getting ready for. Is like we go back to our hearing at Punch Bowl. I think at 8:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go look.
okay.
On Friday for that hearing, pretrial status hearing, and then the 28th is when we're supposed to pick jury selection,
Okay.
right? And then we just got some good news. And then I like again, I was just writing out the timelines of all of this stuff. And the one thing I can encourage everybody is it's better to have video and documenting than just writing everything down.
Right.
Definitely you want to write it down as well. But you record it and nobody can really challenge a recording because if it's not manipulated, it's fact. You know what I mean? And
Right.
so that's kind of what I'm doing today with regards to uh, Braxton Brooks. So the prosecutor's trying to get what is she trying to do? She's trying to get a promotion off my case.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was an old child welfare services worker. So that's a very interesting combination here in Hawaii, going from child welfare services to prosecutor. And then
It's the revolving
in
door,
try
right?
right, and then trying to incriminate innocent people because again, anyone can drive without a driver's license if you're not practicing in commercial, right?
Right. Yeah. If you're
And
not
so
driving
it's
commercially, like as your job,
right if you're not an ambulance person, if you're not,
UPS driver.
correct things like that. But if you're just traveling on your own in your own automobile, you don't actually even have to register tags and freaking. I mean, you really don't. And I say that as an educational thing, but if you go and look at the First
Mm.
Amendment and you start looking at what gives you the power to have your rights, lawful rights, which supersedes the paralegal rights, right? I'm calling it paralegal, but the legal rights, which gives the people who believe in legalism, you know, the reason why they can even say that. But again, most people from the whole 1900s don't even understand it. You know what I mean? All they don't understand it, and so they are over here like, oh, she should have had a driver's license. I'm never going to get a driver's license ever,
Yeah,
ever.
it's just so alien to think that that's a lie because it's everybody's just been so trained on it
But
that
if you go
yeah,
read
you don't
your
need that thing.
constitutional rights, again, you go to your First Amendment, Section 10. You have a right to travel. You don't, you know what I mean? Like,
Right?
again, you're not engaged in commerce. Well, because they give you go and you go get your your safety check and your this and that and all of that. It's like now they can say, well, you willingly wanted it, when it's just that you were ignorant enough to go get it because you thought that you had to.
Yeah, silence is consent. If you didn't like fight back, then it's silent. You just went and did it because you agreed. You gave up your rights, man. Didn't you read the fine print? Come
Right?
on, man.
And no, most of us, we really didn't.
Nope.
Just like when we get that birth certificate from a hospital and we don't know there's a legal department that downstairs just waiting to send your information over to Europe and get you,
Yeah, get you in
all
that bond
get everything,
system. Let's
get you bonded. You know what I mean? Get you
yeah.
bonded and insured, and
In bondage,
none of that comes back to you. They're just rolling in the dough while you're
right?
paying for your credit, paying for this, paying for that. And again, it's not easy. That's why not everybody wants to do it, right? But that's why no, not everybody's created equal. This concept of you're all created equal is not even. I don't believe in that at all. I mean, you could have been conceived in the back of, in your mom's bedroom, but I could have been conceived in the back of a car.
Okay, so let's unpack that. What do you mean?
The only way that we're all equal is if we're born under slavery. There's no
Okay.
way we're all equal.
So there's like
I mean, that's
highborn
the
and
only.
lowborn, or what? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, look at what we're going through right now. You got chattel, who are all equal, who don't want to do all of these other things to become free,
No, yeah. I mean,
right?
a lot of people aren't willing to do the work that it takes to learn all of this stuff. That's for sure.
Right. Well, so it's one thing that it's been withheld from us. It's another thing to, and again, we were born without the knowledge in a sense, right? Because we were born into it. And
Right.
again, we were not conceived the same way, right? The same energy, like my mom and dad didn't have the same energy as your mom and dad when you were conceived or made. You know what I mean? Like we were in different locations in the world when we were conceived, and we're not all equal. Because if we were, then why is there, why are we all not just acting billionaires?
Yeah.
Right? Why don't we all have liquidity? So if we
Right.
were all created equal under the quote unquote, then what God were we created under that would allow for the theology to be able to claim that, and then
Have you ever
look
heard
at the
of
hypocrisy of the
multiple
science?
intelligences theory? Like some people are just really good at math, but they can't tie their shoes. So like they lack that type of intelligence or emotional intelligence. I think financial intelligence is like the same way. It can be taught. And some people can learn better than others, like some cannot. Or some are just really good at drawing. But like, yeah, we're all equally unequal. Right?
We're
Because
all, or
I'm never
we're
going to be
right.
an
We're
NBA
all,
player, right? I just don't
and we
have
don't.
that
I
in
don't.
me.
Right, and it doesn't mean that you want to be that either,
Yeah.
right? And so our uniqueness is what has been taken away from us by claiming we're all. Look how they talk
Mm,
about women's rights and equal rights, right? And now look at what it's come to be,
mm,
right? It's right, and then you look
right.
like, right. So like, how does that statement actually actualize into the science of the real world?
Yeah, I mean,
right?
it sounds good, like save the puppies, but then you find out they're sacrificing puppies. They say that they're for women, but really it's like an anti-feminine thing. They're not very feminine at all, the feminists that I've seen on TV. I actually haven't really met any feminists in person, I don't think.
No, I don't think that I don't know a lot of feminists. I mean, I don't know a lot of feminists personally. I'm not a feminist personally. I'm a person that's like, you know, um, I have a lot of male friends. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of dude friends, and but I don't in my we have people that want to bring back the divine feminine because there's such an off balance kilter to that. And again,
Yeah,
a
Japan has
feminine
a
doesn't
female president now, is it?
who?
The country of Japan, I think, now has a female president.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
That's what Momo was saying yesterday. And what
We'll
what
go
was
look.
the psychic on Kauai telling us? Like the seven queens or nine queen? What is all that? Is it seven
Oh
queens?
my gosh.
The age of Aquarius
Well,
is
well,
dawning.
it's because you come. Yeah, it's because you come from you know, a line of queens. God, I can't remember how she was explaining it. We should call her one day and just check in with her. I know that she had gone back to where she was from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had left at some point to go back for family stuff, and I don't know if she's back on Kauai yet. But you know, you can
Yeah,
tell
that
she had.
was the experience of a lifetime for me. Like I'm always skeptical, but yeah, that experience was interesting to say the least. Definitely made me
Yeah,
think about
there's
things from a different perspective.
right, and she was talking about all kinds of things. Like I can't even read that. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
like there was so much
synchronicities
that
of
we
that
talked
day,
about.
it's like, yeah, how could that be
Yes,
coincidence? Like, that was way too many synchronicities. Yeah. Yeah, Hawaii is
right,
a
and
magical place for discovering things that you didn't think were possible.
right, and a lot of people don't realize Hawaii is, in our history and spirituality, and like we're the people of the universe, right?
The
We're where
belly
creation
button, huh?
starts,
Yeah, the ley
and
lines, the monoliths, they all line up. Is the Earth just
yep.
a big, like, circuit board or what? Like an energy collection well? Are we going too far out there right now for the podcast? I mean, people watch YouTube, don't they? They know what the pyramids are really for. Everybody knows now, right? It's old news.
Well, I said I think I don't think that people really understand, and I don't think that none of us have ever gone into space to prove NASA's theory, right?
Yeah, I've
Especially
never
what's
been
that
to
guy's
outer
name?
space. I've only been to inner
Yeah, like so
space.
I've never been to outer space, and I've never been to every single ocean around the world. So
Mm,
again, where did all of us come to believe that the Earth was a perfect globe in the atmosphere? We got taught that, and we got
yeah.
taught not to question stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a flat earther. What I'm saying is I don't know, right? Because I've never done the science and observation to say one or the other. But I do know Kubek just came out and said they never went to the moon after telling
Oh,
everybody for years and
Stanley
years and
Kubrick.
years.
Oh, he finally said it publicly that The Shining really was a hidden message. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I saw the whole
I,
YouTube breakdown of The Shining, and it's like, yeah, there are way too many like coincidences in that movie that point to the moon landing being fake. When you watch the
right, and then
decode,
they
like what? And it's cheaper to fake a moon
what?
landing than to do a real one, I bet.
Right. I mean, again, I haven't been out into space, so I can't like. To me, just because somebody else said so doesn't mean it is,
And
right?
what's up with like I read the book of Genesis again recently. I started reading that because it was like school days when I was forced to read and memorize that stuff. That like that was when I put it down after I didn't have to anymore. But yeah, it's talking about the firmament and waters below, above and below, and I was like, yeah, firmament must mean land. And then like a few like verses later, it's talking about, and then the land came out. And like then if you match the Bible up with all these old stories from the Sumerian tablets and like Gilgamesh, Zechariah Sitchin, yeah, like and people think it doesn't matter and this doesn't affect their daily life, but yeah, who you really are and where you really come from, like that kind of matters. Right? Because
Well,
I'm
and then
not
where you're
chattel. I refuse to be
and then
chattel.
where you're going,
Yeah,
right?
where
Where
are we
Akua
going?
is, right? Where Akua, like, because you can only go back so far. Like again, Joe and I were talking about this about in the kingdom they want you to have your palapala. And what about all the people who don't have it? What about you don't even know that you're related to these people and they don't know because they were adopted or that you know what I mean? Like
Right.
they were adopted
They
and
were
taken
ripped
away. So
away
like
from their mothers.
correct.
Yeah.
And so like how do you get them to be on the same page? How do you get them? You can't because there's no genealogical tracking for that, right? In the paperwork,
Yeah, and
right?
the state of
But
Hawaii sure is not helpful with that. That's what I've learned by listening to Native Hawaiians.
well,
They
the
really
state of
don't want to help you
Hawaii, my
figure that
mom went
out.
away.
Go ahead.
My mom, I know what on her birth certificate it said when she was born, right before she was adopted, right?
Mm,
And then all the way until we came back home in 2018, and she wanted to go to work. She wanted to go back to work, and so she had to go get a job, and so they needed that from her, right, for her to go to work. And when she went to the records office, they changed her Hawaiian, Filipino, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And whatever
they
she was
changed her to
listed as.
400-pound Chinese like they did to you, or
Well, what they did is they took her ethnicities or race or whatever they labeled on her birth certificate at the time, right? And they converted it into her adopted parents. So now my
mm,
mom is listed as my mom, and you've met my mom, right?
yep,
So she's Caucasian, African American, and American Indian.
everything but
That's what they
Kanaka
changed her birth.
Maoli.
Everything exactly.
Yeah,
So
everything other than Hawaiian
But
royalty.
my birth
Hmm.
certificate, which I got as an apartheid child, right? Because I was born in the war, mine says a multitude of different things because of again, you know what I mean? But and mine, how can my mom's now say African American, American Indian, Caucasian, and mine as her child say something? And I got that birth certificate issued before she reordered her new one. Right. And
Mm.
then when you go and you call them up and they're like, oh no, you got to go down to the courthouses and you got to go get called a document of racial extraction for them to put it back correctly.
Racial extraction? What?
That's the name of the document, a document of
They're
racial
mining your
extraction.
race,
So that
huh?
But that's where all
Monsters
the
Inc.
race baiting comes in. But then,
Yeah.
then they say, oh, I don't see color. Come on, Andrew. You and I know that you're just a lighter melanin. I'm a, I'm a little
Yeah.
bit darker melanin than you.
And they were
Right. But the
saying,
thing
like, yeah,
is,
that we don't teach racism in school, but then every document that you sign from childhood is always asking you to list your race. If race doesn't matter, then
correct.
why do you check a box? They've been, like, coding it into us to try to make us, like, divide. Yeah, because
Right.
they're
And
afraid
why
of the
can't we
light
just accept
melanin
each other?
slaves uniting with the dark melanin slaves. Yeah, I mean, I got
Right.
some
And
melanin,
I know that.
a little bit.
I know that. And so like, but that's the thing is like, but then it went to merging with them, right? Having kids with them, reproducing with them.
The
And so
fallen
like that's
ones,
the other thing. Huh?
the fallen angels,
Well, just
the
just
Elohim.
the Elohim.
Mm.
We can talk about those things in the future. You can talk about.
Oh, you meant
There's
like
so
more
much to talk
modern
about.
history where the yeah,
Yes,
where the
where the race
oppressors
came
within the
in, and
3D
then now,
construct have
right. So
used
like when
what they do? They infiltrated the churches and they sent missionaries along with real missionaries who really believe the whole thing that they're preaching. And then they have these dark missionaries who have a mission to go marry into bloodlines and take over and steal their stuff. Does that sound accurate?
yeah, that's how usurpation happens on
Mm.
a personal, like an intimate level,
So
like
a
right.
generation or two before the actual hostile takeover, like with the bayonet constitution, it didn't happen in a vacuum. Preceding that, they sent in people that kind of like were spies actually, posing
Yep.
as religious leaders that are there to convert people peacefully, nicely, and then one day you wake up and your kingdom's gone.
Yeah, or I mean, look at the Ghazians. You know, they're letting all these people come over from Poland and Germany, right? All of these people who are trying away from what they, they called a
Mm.
Nazi, and they allow these, people from other countries to come in, and then next thing you know, they're kicked out of their house, and they say, "Oh, well, we're taking it from you, and if I'm not going to take it from you, somebody else is going to take it from you."
I see
You know what
this
I
like
mean?
a worldwide Chinese communist revolution when Chairman Mao had all of the students put on their red band and just create chaos and revolution. So, like, these governments are all working together to move immigrants from other places into their place to displace the locals,
Correct.
just create the chaos. And new immigrants don't know that what their rights are or the legal system or any of that. So once they're
Right.
done using them, they throw them to the side, send them out to the gulag.
Right. I mean, and that's exactly, I mean, that's how you infiltrate, right? You bring people who are not familiar,
Mm.
right? That's why, even though, like, even so, like, that's why during, like, Biden's administration, I was totally against people coming in through the border, right? The
Mm.
southern border, even the northern border, because there's real American natives there, and then there's all of the other Americans that are there. And now you bring in, a whole bunch of other people who are going to go vote in an election. And I mean, it's like
Or who will blow
Hawaii.
up a bridge or a train rail or an airport, or, who knows who these people are coming in unchecked. I mean,
Right.
they're
But you
bringing
know
them to
what?
Hawaii from
Why did we,
California
right?
unchecked.
But why didn't we check the people who are already in our country?
Mm.
That's the other part, right? Because these people are like, oh, these are terrorists. These are people that hurt kids. But what about all the people that you guys let go away as rapists? They were hurting kids, right?
Yeah.
You guys, oh, they're a legal citizen. Oh, so if they're legal,
Yeah, I mean the punishments that they have generally for the pedophiles around the
I mean,
country shows you exactly the mindset of the people that are in there running things. Cuz that harms a child for their entire life and that echoes across generations. They might pass
it
that
happened.
trauma on.
It happened to me. So, like, I'm the
Mm.
reason why I'm the way that I am is because it happened to me. But instead of submitting, I well, fuck, let's get rid of them, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's logical. There's nothing stupid about my mind, and oh my god, like,
But yeah,
no.
I
I
mean,
mean,
okay, like having been victimized in the past, like how do you feel when you find out that these people get out with a slap on the wrist most of the time? I mean, do you feel like
most of
I
the time, the people that it happens from is a family member or a step
mm,
parent,
so they don't even
right?
get a slap on the wrist. They just keep doing it.
Well, and they keep you quiet, right? They tell you
Right.
that you're right. This is basically, nothing happened. Don't tell
You're
anybody.
special.
And
It's
so
our little
now,
secret.
right. And so then you grow up and you're all effed up for a while and you don't understand why. And then, you might have to go to therapy and unlock yourself. And even then, like, people don't understand, like, there's smells and songs and colors, whatever. They're nostalgic that creates a trauma, right? And
Right.
so even if you locked it away for a long time,
It
it'll
might
come
come
up at
out like
certain
post
times,
traumatic
right?
stress. Yeah.
And so, like, these people that you're talking about, maybe it's happening to other people and other kids, and maybe when you get a slap on the wrist and you still get to go, these judges let them go out, and these attorneys help fight for them to let them back out on the streets, like Jeffrey Epstein, and like all this kind of stuff, like P Diddy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Do you think
Traffickers and
do you,
abusers need to be publicly punished within, the
when
yeah,
that should
because
be for
people need to see it. We need
any
to see these people are paying consequences and
right,
shame.
and it should literally, they should be hanged publicly or whatever, right? Like, because people gotta know that it's just not normal anymore. Like, the parents have to start fighting for their kids and stop saying, oh well, it just happened, and because it happened to me, it can happen to you. It's just like
Hmm.
I don't know what's happening with my daughter right now. Do you know what I mean?
right. And it
All I
sounds
know is,
crazy, but like public hangings, like you know that that person like is really dead. I mean, unless they get a body double, now you know like if you're rich enough, you get a body double.
but you shouldn't have to, like for
Mm,
example, what was it about? Okay, so there was some studies I was just reading just a little while ago, and they were saying that like 30% of boys have been molested as well, right? And so that's what the study was. They were
mm.
saying that each pedophile um, violates 13 to 70 children in their lifetime.
Oh my God.
13 to 70 children
So they're
in
just
their lifetime.
like spreading
And
this traumatic harm that echoes across. Yeah, that is huge.
that's a lot. And so
Mm,
everywhere you look, probably half the population. And I sat in a meeting with, I was the only one that didn't have a husband, and this was in 2018, and we were in a meeting. And a lot of the men that I work with, they had brought their wives. And me and another lady were friends, and we came together, and we're sitting in the meeting, and this got brought up, right? Was, how many women in this group,
right.
were molested as children.
Mm.
And 8 out of the 9 women raised their hand. And so we were the only, there was 2 of us that, not our other significant others weren't there, but the other ones were with their husbands, right? Because that's who
Mm.
we worked with. We worked there with their husbands. And so they came as guests. And it was a very intense conversation. And it was very telling as to how long this shit's been normalized for and how much we've all had to live. And now what we're making little boys go through and little girls go through by just allowing these people to continue to go out
So
and
do
rape
you
little
know
kids.
John from Waters Group? He and Calais or sorry, Kayleen, or
Yeah, I've met him in person,
so
but I don't know him, you know what I mean?
I'm wondering, yeah, maybe we should try to get him in on the call next week, him and Kayleen, and chop it up, like hear about what's up with ending human trafficking on their side. I know that they're doing some good things for young people, and I think that they might have some info on some of the real dirty of what's going on.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
we
the whole
need to
thing though,
start
Andrew.
bringing out
The,
more
the, the whole thing,
voices.
Andrew, the whole thing about it, all of this is, as a person who has rescued children, right, from this kind of stuff and sex trafficking, and
Mm-hmm.
without fiat currency and doing all of these stuff that I've done over the last 15 years of my life. Um, this is why you probably need a new nation,
So you're like
because
a
you
female
rescue them.
Hawaiian Batman. Is that or
Because
Bruce
when you
Wayne?
rescue them and then you give them back to the state, you're just throwing them right back into trafficking.
Yeah,
So
right.
that is
Because
that
the
is
Child
why.
Protective Services is the traffickers.
Yeah, I mean, in the Biden administration, they traffic my children right from me, and then they traffic my daughter out of Hawaii. And people don't understand, really, really, like, a lot
Yeah,
of people don't understand where I come from, because I come from the experience, not the, oh, it's never gonna happen, you know.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
And
You've
you can only do
seen the
so much, right?
darkness.
If you're not a trillionaire, you can only do so much to rescue all these people. And then again,
Yeah,
you
you
got to
could barely
remediate
keep
them.
yourself out of the jaws of death from these freak
I
nihilistic
mean,
parasites. Yeah, it's hard to even fight them. Yeah, shoo. Imagine if
so,
you
and
were
that's the
not
other
as
thing.
tough and as smart as you are, right? Like most people are not as stubborn as us.
No, most people are willing to give up their freedoms to work a job, which we all saw
Just go
in
along to get along.
Hawaii,
Yeah.
just so that they can keep on going to work. And so they'll go take these injections, they'll catch the disease and
Spread
biologic,
it
and
to
then
us.
they'll come around you shedding, and they say, oh, you're the problem. And
Yeah.
we, and we're
The
like,
shedding thing is
well,
real, man. Like the self-assembling, self-replicating nanoparticles, smart dust stuff. Like, it's real. Look into it, boys and girls.
and we're just not. I don't encourage anybody to take any more shots. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to get the med beds and all of that kind of stuff so that we can heal with different type of technologies that's been hidden from us because we know there was like 6,000 patents released,
Mm.
right? And then, but again, how do you do any research on these things when you're working 2, 4 jobs to be a parent, never spending time with
Right.
your kids, and then your kids get a parent themselves, and then as a parent, you're like condemning your kids for doing whatever they don't know because you weren't there to guide them.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
so
the
we
TV,
came
the
from it.
tablet, those raise the kids these days, right?
Yeah, and then the kids, they get. I mean, it's not social media that's bad. It's not none of it's there's no people don't know how to control certain. Oh, you need to talk to me. Okay, can I? Joe needs to talk to me. Can I call back in just a little bit?
Yep, no worries.
Aloha, Andrew. Mahalo nui loa.
Aloha, talk to you soon.
Okay. Um,
All right, guys, Andrew Aker here, going solo for a minute while we wait for Calais to come back. She's talking with Joe Akana. Let's switch over to our little presentation that we've been working on, gathering all of this. Oh, now I got another phone call coming in. X-Space friends, stand by. Hey, brother, we're live right now on the podcast. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, right on. Hey, awesome.
Yeah, so do you want to like call in on the podcast and chop it up, or do you want me to call you back after?
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. I would love to. Oh, dude, I'm just stirring the pot, man. Just
All
stirring the
right,
pot.
yeah, I'll
But
call
no,
you
it's
after the podcast then. I can't wait to hear.
okay. Yeah, because it's something like I don't want to let it out too soon.
Okay.
And I want to get your take on something, but yes, definitely. It's how do you say? Yeah, sometimes it's good to just like fuck with people a little bit. It gets the best out of them. When they try to fire back and get you with their best shot.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah, no, it's like sometimes it's part of the prerogative.
Yep, poke and prod, my brother.
Yeah, stepping people's game up, dude. It's it takes there's a wrench for every nut. Different,
Yeah, right.
you gotta deal with it a different way. But all right, man. Yes. So
Cool. All right, I'll call you back later. Aloha. All right, check, sound check with our X Space. I don't know if that phone call interrupted the X Space, but hopefully we are still streaming live on Instagram, Rumble, X Video, YouTube, Facebook. It's been a learning experience here, multicasting, podcasting. It is pretty cool. I feel like I'm learning something. I'm growing my skill set. And I'm 43 years old, guys. If I can figure out how to podcast, and I just have like one laptop and an internet connection. And for the X Space, I just have my phone on the side, but I don't have any special equipment. Pretty much all the software I'm using, all the broadcasting software is free. I don't have to pay for it. I use OBS for multicasting, and it has a little plug-in that allows me to cast on Facebook, Instagram, all those other ones at the same time. This is called Prezi. This software I do pay a subscription for, but like I've been using it for many years already for my own like business and stuff like that. So yeah, here's these cops. This is 4 out of the I think 5 or 6 cops that were there on May 5th on the island of Oahu, stomping on our friend Kele Akana, who was just on the phone with me via Telegram for a while. So, yeah, I am now on this mission to let the world know that we definitely have some very corrupt elements within the Honolulu Police Department. Not all of the cops are evil, bad people. Some of them, I'm very sure, must be very good people. And the new interim police chief that came in after Joe Logan retired shortly after the May 5th beating actually seemed to engage and care about Joe and Kalea Akana's case. However, that could be due to the fact that Carl Dix marched them down with his wheelchair, marched them down, sent them up the stairs to the regular little town hall meeting that happens with Mayor Blangiardi, Rick Blangiardi of Honolulu. So maybe when you get the police commissioner and the mayor to pay attention to your case, maybe that's why the new police chief is a little bit more friendly. Maybe not. So yeah, this is an ongoing thing, and I always ask Calais for a weekly update. And eventually, guys, I mean, we're gonna need to go down to the state building, the federal courthouse, everything, and tell these guys in person, like, we see you for what you are. You are frauds. You have manipulated the court record, the public record. We have zero trust for you. You have proven time and time again that you are not worthy to be called public servants. You do not serve the public. You serve yourselves. You serve bureaucracy as an entity in and of itself, it seems. And do you really serve the devil, whether you believe in one or not? There are some cult members that are part of the judiciary that are doing this stuff. Oh, and now we got Aaron Cannon from Maui for Trump calling. Hey, brother, welcome to the podcast. We are live on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, X, everywhere. You good?
Something very good happened.
All right, cool. Well, let me call you after the podcast.
Okay, well, you have a good podcast. Enjoy, sir.
Yes, sir. Aloha.
Aloha.
All right, there we go. We are back. Thank you very much. I will call him after this thing. Yeah, we should finish at 1:11. I really kind of feel like I run out of things to say because I'm not the talker, actually. I can talk a lot, as you could tell, but I'm not the one who should really be talking about all of this stuff. But since nobody else is here right now, I'm going to do it for you. So bear with me, guys. We're going to look at, what is this? Yes. Is that it? Yes. SEC charges creator of global Ponzi scheme. Wow, let me fix this thing. It's looking a little bit gnarly here. Where is it? I gotta fix it. Full screen, hide transition. No. All right. Give me a second, guys. This is really special. Transform. I'm still learning how to use this software. There we go. SEC charges creator of global crypto Ponzi scheme and 3 U.S. promoters in connection with $295 million fraud. The Trade Coin Club raised money from more than 100,000 investors worldwide. This was put out in 2022. Washington, D.C.'s Securities and Exchange Commission announced charges against Dover Torres Braga, Joff Paradise, Kalei Onalani Akana Taylor, and Jonathan Tetrault for their roles in Trade Coin Club. So when Kalei says that she indeed is this Bitcoin queen, it's true. I didn't know what to think at first because I've met billionaires and millionaires before, and they don't usually talk too much about whatever money or resources they have or what they did. They just kind of do it. But Kalei is kind of like a female Hawaiian Donald Trump for me. Like, she and Donald Trump have a lot in common because she is not afraid to self-promote. And I think that a lot of her business success in her life has come from that ability to aggressively go out there and tell people her brand story and close sales. So getting back to this story, they said that they had raised over 82,000 Bitcoin, valued at $295 million at the time. I don't remember what it was back then, but that's a lot of money. And then the funny thing about this, we circle back to May 5th of 2026 when Honolulu police took their car. What I'm hearing is that they had some crypto wallets, hard wallets, those are called. It's kind of like a USB, and it holds your crypto money, your Bitcoin. It can be on a USB. And that was missing out of the trunk when they finally were able to recover the car, which was not even lawfully impounded. Like, they didn't have all the right documents. They didn't inform Joe where the vehicle was being taken or any of that. So to me, it looks like a shakedown, like highway robbery, basically. They beat her up, take her stuff, charge her with crimes, and like try to like steal Bitcoin and try to kill her or something. Like, this is crazy. And you can't make this stuff up. I mean, this is on the sec.gov website. You can see it right up here at the top. This isn't made up. Like, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. It's there with their nice big old logo. And yeah, if you search for this on their website, good luck finding her name. I couldn't find it that way. I had to use Elon's Grok AI to help me to do a deep search to find the link to this article, which originally, when I read it last year, it just said Kaleʻoleani Taylor. They retroactively edited this document to put Akana there, but actually it's Kaleʻoleani Taylor Akana. So the SEC couldn't even get her name right in this article that they have published here. And, you know, when you get an article like this that even has your name on it, people automatically assume that you're guilty. Oh, this is a Ponzi scheme, right? Like, I don't know much about crypto. I don't know much about network marketing, but I have kind of studied them from the outside for many years because I was kind of jealous of those guys with my school. I opened a school when I lived in China, and you have to pay rent. It's expensive to pay rent for your space. And then I'd see these people from Mary Kay at the coffee shop having their team meeting there with all really happy, excited people that are glad to be there. And they didn't pay any rent for the coffee shop. And it was all like self-perpetuating, self-replicating team system. And I was really kind of jealous of that business model. And I wanted my educational ideas and philosophy to spread virally like Amway or Mary Kay. So I started researching these network marketing companies, and I came to the conclusion that there are two basic types. One is the type that will just look for new members and sell without thinking and just try to get new members to believe that they're going to get rich and sell something that nobody really uses necessarily. And then there's another kind that sells actual products or services that people really end up using themselves. So if you're a network salesperson and you're not using the products that you're selling, then it's probably a scheme. But if you're actually using it, like my friend joined this company, I'm not advertising them or not endorsing them because I ended up like just joining to learn, and then I quit because I didn't really feel like I was getting the support that I wanted. But anyway, yeah, this company, I don't need to say their name. They are a huge multinational company now, and they use economy of scale to get lower cost on gas bills, phone bills, all of this stuff, and their members will get on there and they will sell that. So if you become a member of this network marketing thing, all of your electric and gas bills end up lowering. And she said she and her husband hadn't paid a phone bill in like 15 years because they already met all the requirements and they have all these people under them selling phone contracts. So to me, that sounded like an okay type of model. I'm cool with that because they're buying and selling things that actually work for themselves. Fast forward to meeting Calais. I've seen her working for years now on this big crypto blockchain product that she's doing with other partners after having been kicked in the gut by the feds, right? Like this guy Joby Weeks or whatever that she is close to. They sent the cops after him and put him under house arrest for like 6 years and didn't formally charge him. And he's still under house arrest now. So, like, imagine what that would do for your business. You're making a bunch of money in this thing called Bitcoin. It's not really regulated. But, like, just like the DEA went over to Oahu and stole the weed farmer's weed, you just have these guys come into your house with guns, charge you with bogus federal, like, financial fraud charges, arrest you, and detain you, and just hold you and freeze all of your assets for years because your ideas actually challenge the status quo. Your ideas and your technology challenges the power structure of these people who don't deserve the money that they are taking from us in the form of taxation. The taxation that we're seeing today is theft. You see these libertarians saying taxation is theft. I tend to agree with that. And I think Calais, from listening to her today, is actually kind of a Hawaiian libertarian. That we should self-govern, that we do not need these clowns that will just see you as a threat. And if you get too big, then they're going to come and hit you in the kneecaps. I mean, this is what I'm seeing time and time again. That you don't get to be Prince or Michael Jackson or any of these guys for too long unless you sing the song that you're told to sing. And if you start getting rich and yeah, Calais said that like Beyonce and their people had reached out to her once they see this Bitcoin queen because she was signing up a whole bunch of people to this thing, getting a ton of people into Bitcoin when it was kind of early days. So like she's a big mover and shaker. She was at the time. So then, of course, they want to invite you to the Diddy parties. Like, come over. And then they slowly just try to get stuff on you. Try to turn you to the dark side or compromise you, honeypot trap you, do something to cap you in the knees if you do not bend the knee to the actual pyramid scheme that these Freemasons and pedophile satanic worshipers are doing. This stuff is really going on. It's provable. It's out there. And I do believe it is a spiritual war. There are people who are trying to sap our energy, take away our focus, get us spinning on these hamster wheels, keep us far away from the actual levers of power that control society. Yeah, I didn't know I could just talk so long this way to nobody talking back. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, whoever is still out there. I'm having fun. Here, let me put my face back on for the folks that might not know me. I'm Andrew Aker, founder of Maui Freedom TV. Since I started flying around Hawaii to report on corruption as well, I decided we should call this other thing Hawaii Freedom TV and have it focused more on uplifting the voices of the people that are all around Hawaii. It's 12:58 right now. Let's see what else I can do here. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to see if I can live stream another voice. See who's good to surprise. Who's ready for a surprise chat? No, I don't know if I really want to surprise chat anyone. But we could. Yeah, maybe just schedule for next week. And we don't have to necessarily just do a space filler there. You guys get the basic idea of what's going on over here. The police are used as the security thug force, the enforcers for the corrupt government, the fake state of Hawaii, de facto corporation. If you want to know how it's being fought in court by people who have been doing it for generations. You can look to the Kanaka Maoli, the Hawaiian people. They don't have their own military. They couldn't defend their nation, so they had to use the letter of the law to find ways to make the pen become truly mightier than the sword. That is the legacy of Queen Liliuokalani, who did not want to see her people slaughtered. So she abdicated the throne, I guess, and but not necessarily conceded the power of the throne. And there's debate too on that story. History is his story. Everybody seems to have their own opinion. And I think I'm getting good enough at this podcasting thing now that I can start to invite different people on from different sides. We can start doing roundtable discussions. We can do debate formats, maybe a little kind of game show to keep it fun and light. Because some of these topics make people very excited. By very excited, I mean some people are very passionate about them. Some people, like, I get the F word thrown at me, like this Dr. Nora account on Instagram. She's sending me like angry voice messages. And I don't know why that's necessary. I just thought that she hated Charlie Kirk. And that was just the only question that I had that I'd written there, kind of like a conversation opener. I guess it's my fault for opening the conversation with a word or a sentence that has the word hate in it. But she's like Salty Wahine 2.0. She's just salty like that other woman. Salty Wahine means salty woman. These two accounts on Instagram have been proving themselves to be very special. They claim to be Hawaiian national or kingdom like apologists, or they're really for the kingdom, for their people, but like, where were they when they put in the wave pool? Because I was there with my people, which is Joe and Kale and Kiline and Dane Kahau, like at least they told me I'm their people. I was hanai'd by them, and I will fight for them the way that they stood for me. Like, we're Star Family. Doesn't matter if I don't have as much melanin as them. They treated me with respect and gave me a chance to show who I am, what I am. And, I'm a true blue American that recognizes the truth, and I cannot shy away from it. I just have to stand on that truth. So, yeah, those are my people. And anyone who stands on truth, you are my people. I am your people. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we get facts wrong. Sometimes we disagree on issues like the whole digital smart city thing and the IT meetings at Waikiki. Was it Sheraton? That Pikachu and Tara and I all went to, and our friends over at Surfing for Truth didn't quite see the situation the same way that we did. But now I'm triple sure that, especially after the research that was shown by Doge in Hawaii about this other branch of digital governance in Hawaii, there's all kinds of stuff going on that is behind the smoke and mirrors that most people just are not aware of. They cannot see, or they're unwilling to see, because once you see it, you got to do something about it. If you see someone abusing a child, you got to go stop that. So it's just easier to just close one eye. Yeah, maybe that's why the Illuminati thing does that, right? Close one eye because you see it, and you also pretend not to see it, right? That's an old Chinese saying, or at least one that I thought was old when I was living there. And yeah, people, I guess it's human nature that people have this capacity to pretend that they don't see the heva, that they don't see the injustice that is going on around them. We have this thing called cognitive biases, which means that if we are biased, that we're just going to continue to think what we already think. There's something called confirmation bias, that once I already believe something, then I'm going to be looking for evidence that supports that bias, and I will reject evidence that leads to an opposite or a differing conclusion. how do I break that down in maybe more local dialect? Is that once you believe something, you're just going to believe it, and it's hard to change your mind. And if you've tricked someone, what's the old saying? It's easier to trick people than it is to convince them that you have tricked them, that they've been tricked. Because we all feel that we're smart and we're up on top of things and we just can't be tricked. But I mean, watch any magic show, right? Any magic show, you go there because you want to be tricked. And it's evidence that it isn't that hard to say, look over here while they're doing something here. That is the very basics of stage magic. That's the basics of the political sphere that we are seeing right now. The basics of how it's working in the Senate and in the House, in the legislative, in the news. It's all, and even office politics. They call it office politics, right? So don't reveal what you're really thinking. Don't speak the truth. Assume or insinuate your way into situations. Yeah, I'm just riffing here, guys. Anyway, it's 1:05 p.m. It is Wednesday. It is another wacky week. Wacky Wednesday here in Hawaii ne. Ko Hawaii pai aina. We are not in America. I love America and I love Hawaii. I love the truth. I love the people. Even the ones on Instagram that hate me. I love you. I really do. And I want you to have a better life. And that's why I'm here working on this, even though I get resistance from some people. But I do get recognition from the people that really count. And I know that if we do not find a way to unite, if we do not find a way to reconcile differences and work together, then we're just going to be the useful idiots that are helping to keep things the way they've always been. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, then nothing is going to change. And on that, I think, I don't know if Kalei's going to make it back on time before 1:11. I'm not really into numerology myself, but it just seems like it's easier for people to remember so many ones, 11:11 till 1:11 every week. Let's go over to the Instagram comments real quick since I'm able to see those. Hi guys, I see a lot of people joining, but it actually in the broadcast it says like 0 people are there. So I don't know if Zuckerberg is blocking us from connecting with each other, if we're shadow banned or what. Okay, now I'm hearing another clicking. Is somebody else in the call here? What was that? What is that? Are you guys able to hear that on the other side? I don't know what that was. That's interesting. Another click. And it looks like I'm the only one in the call. Let's shut down our group call with Telegram and see if that changes things. Checkity check, 1 2 1 2. Interesting. Okay, I think because we had an outgoing call that was just not getting answered, then I had a little bit of a click. So now I've discovered an easy way to have callers in to the session, or we can call out. We can have people call in. We just give them our Telegram handle, I think, or maybe Signal. And then it would be interesting to have people call in and see what's up, get some updates. What is the exact title on the lawsuit? I want to look up a Kingston E-Court Kokua. The E-Court Kokua is the electronic court. Kokua actually means, what is it? Is that your duty? Kokua? Responsibility? No, that's kuleana. Kokua's like support? Something like that. Let's see. Since we got a couple more minutes, let's go to Grok. Hi, Grok. What does kokua mean? I like to know the meanings of words. Okay, help or assistance. It also carries a deeper cultural connotation of cooperation, mutual support, and contributing to the well-being of others or the community, often done willingly and with the spirit of aloha, love and kindness. For example, offering kokua might involve helping someone with a task or supporting a group effort without expecting anything in return. Okay, I like that. That's groovy. So e-court kokua should be helping us without expecting anything in return. It should be a government service as it's advertised. But if these guys are manipulating the court record and modifying things, committing perjury thereby, then I would say that is not really upholding their kuleana, their responsibility to have the kokua, which is the help or the support. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that I didn't put you to sleep. Please do send me an email at maui.freedom.tv@proton.me. You can go to the link tree, linktr.ee/Maui Freedom TV to get a deeper insight on the breadth and the depth of the weird stuff that is happening here in Hawaii and help us to expose and depose these buttheads. Mahalo nui and malamo pono. I love you all, and now it's time for the intro outro. Hasta luego. See you later. See you next week. Wait, let me find my thingy here. Where did it go? Quick time. Play the video. Here we go. Bye, guys.
Get out the car.
Okay.
Get out the car.
Get out the fucking car then.
On your back. You'll fall down. Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back.
Okay.
On your back.
Oh my God.
Put your hands. Taser. Get out the car.